that maybe LGD are thinking the Phantom Lancer, but this is Shrek that does counter that PL.
The preemptive counter. Mars does work very well with Gyro in the game. Call down with the Arena. And Mars is like, I feel like, during the early game, he's pretty good at catching the Pango and killing him. So LGD goes for the very, very heavy team fight right now with the Shaker, Pango, Keeper of the Light. These three heroes, they're giving you all the team fight you need. Catch, team fight, wave clear. Not the best laning, but Earthshaker, like I said, he's like a bit like Tusk. You can fissure your off lane, give him a level 2, and then you can roam and prepare for a tri lane if needed. And Clockwork's a good counter pick to Shaker and the Kotal. Bristleback is great against Gyro. This is a very good hero against Leshrac as well.
Gets it paired up with that Kotal.
They don't have, pair up with Kotal, and they don't have heroes to get a silver edge against you. So you feel like a boss right now.
Does mean they still need their mid here for LGD, who don't have the 22nd pick.
Just a general hero like Void Spirit. Storm, I think, will be okay. Ember Spirit will be fine as well. They don't really have much like a reliable stun until the Leshrac has use. So any mobility hero has a lot of value here. Dire needs like LG needs to run out with a hero that can do damage. They are lacking in damage right now. If you notice their lineup, they all do damage very, very slowly. They want to drag out the fights to stack up the damage. So the last hero would be nice if you can help with the damage department. They don't really need wave clear, catch, team fight, tower damage. Everything is already available with the first 4 heroes.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So they ban out that Alchemist. We've seen the Alchemist be the last ban quite a bit. But I think
usually on the 22nd pick. This one is a 21st pick. A bit more tricky to pick it, but their lineup does feel like you could fit the Elk. Arc Warden, Elk, all this last very, very annoying last pick heroes. I mean, Lycan also looks quite delicious. Because Lycan, but against Gyro, it kind of like goes both ways. Like Gyro, if he gets a good start with the flat cannon, he can kill all your stuff, you know. But if the Lycan can snowball, he's also able to crush the Gyro. And Lycan is always like a very, very scary for Oracle Clockworks to deal with.
PSG.LGD's turn to pick.
That's a good ban. The Huskar. We saw a Huskar game just now. Oracle Huskar.
It's something you definitely don't want to be up against. Well, we saw the Huskar just taking advantage of having that false promise on and throwing continual shots at the other team. Died, I think, once within the false promise, but that was one time that I believe the Shadow Demon had the Ags and ended up getting the kill, but after that they overwhelmed them. They go into the Void Spirit.
Yep, nice run out for their lineup. Ooh, this is actually a game-winning pick here against their heroes.
And it ends up being a 4 with Shrek.
4 Leshrac offlane Clockwork. Oracle Leshrac. Not a combination of support duo that you see too much right now. I mean, the Necroforce is gonna be annoying against the Void Spirit in the lane. It's very good against the Bristleback. They have to rush Vessel. I guess either the Pango or the Void Spirit should get it, depending on how their game goes. Pango is probably gonna have a not such a great start, probably a decent start but not great. So maybe he won't be able to get it so early. So probably the Void Spirit, if you really want someone to get it early.
5 seconds remaining.
It's gonna be tricky dealing with this Necro.
And do
Yes,
you
Oracle Necro is like a similar version of Oracle Huskar, but weaker, a little bit weaker.
do you think the Necro made the decision for LGD to put the Bristle in the off lane and have Chalice be safe lane on the Pango?
I guess that would be possible because Bristleback you can lane against Gyro easily. Kotal Bristleback against Gyro and Oracle, I think the lane feels good for Bristle and Kotal. And as a Pango, you don't really care about your lane so much. Even if you're against the Gyro or you're against the Necro, you're gonna have a hard lane either way. So I think if your teammate can get a good lane out of the exchange, you're gonna be willing to do that.
So Yi on that Necro, Life for Death on the
Actually, no, the
Clockwork.
Necro is mid, so it's an offlane Clockwork, sorry. Clockwork Lash. So the Pango doesn't really mind dealing with the Clockwork at bottom. Yeah, that's great for him actually. So if I were to plan the item choices for LGD, I want a pipe on the
Prepare
pan,
for battle.
and I want the vessel on the Void Spirit. I think those are the two very, very important items that we're gonna need in this game. You want the Bristol to go for probably more greedy items. So, quick smoke for you see LGD always like to prioritize this. Whenever they are unsure of the lanes, they smoke out just to place the ward so they can see the lanes. So very, very important move here. And our Shaker Bristol back bot. So the Shaker is going to feature and ensure the Bristol gets his levels. And looks like it's going to be a tri-lane for Radiant bot here.
30
Tri-lane
seconds
against
to
tri-lane. Very, very fun to watch. Bristol back against Gyro tri-lane. And a Kotal.
Do you think that they stay here, the two supports, or do you think anybody shifts off? Because the 1v1 right now is Pangolier against the Clockwork. We'll see if the Clockwork can hold his own 1v1 in that situation.
I think it's probably better for me to straight up tri-lane. If Dire is tri-laning, I think Radiant has to tri-lane. Otherwise Gyro is gonna have a tough time here. But we'll have to see. Maybe Radiant will just go back on the Kotal seems like he's gonna move towards the top lane to play with the Pangolier.
Which is
But
surprising
he's
because the
again,
combination is with the Bristle, isn't it?
yeah, I actually feel like he should stay bot. And Earthshaker can roam and do whatever he wants. But I think they want to secure because Pango is kind of the carry, right? So they want to secure his game more by having this Kotal and Pangolier top, and Shaker is still able to do his thing after the fissure. And Bristleback should be able to solo against these two heroes very easily.
So for right now, we just...
Yeah, he's gonna get his level 2 here. This lane is going really well, and Shaker is still trying to mess up the creep equilibrium. So this is all the help the Bristleback needs against this tri. Like, right now, Raiden does not feel very good doing this tri lane. They are not gaining what they want to gain, and this Clockwork is getting bullied at top a little bit. Actually, a lot. He still has no creeps, no CS with. Oh my god.
It might get tougher with the fact that he's got Lucky Shot. Battery Assault secures him 2 CS. But that seems like the only way he's going to secure CS right now is with that Battery Assault.
Nope, Bristleback.
Take a look. Bottom, Quill start to come out. They've got 3 heroes here with the Fortune's End being thrown, but the fissure was out from Earthshaker. Although I've been eating some of that harassment coming in from the Radiant side.
Bristol is just toying with them, and now he's gonna his items. He still has a salve. He's gonna pop it. Oracle is looking to cancel a salve, not gonna be able to do it. And this Bristol is already really happy with what he's getting here. He's level 3 after his creep. It's super bad news for the Radiant. And Shaker, not sure if he can gank middle. It's gonna be quite difficult to kill the Necro, so he'll probably just keep staying here to mess up with the creep recovery. Leshrac TP top, so he's gonna join the Clockwork. But the lane is already very comfortable for the Pango here. And look at his CS compared to the Clockwork. It's way ahead of the Clockwork.
And it seems right now, at least, well, right at this moment, he's able to get some CS because of the fact that the Coddle's out of lane. But before that, the only way he was grabbing himself last hits was with that battery assault. I mean, that's a terrible feeling when you have to use battery assault just to CS. Somnus.
Yeah, he just get the Earthshaker. I think the Earthshaker is he already did his job though. I don't think he minds dying so much. He didn't really have a lot of HP there. I mean, sure, it's first blood, but the wave is gonna push towards the Bristol. I mean, the next thing that the Bristol want, if possible, is the Shaker to stack the Ancients when he comes out of base. That will be very ideal for him. So this Kotl is what he's doing right now. He's just mirroring what the Leshrac is trying to do. Keeping tabs of his whereabouts, so the Void Spirit is not gonna feel too much pressure from him. And in the meantime, the Leshrac actually makes a a U-turn, but there's a ward there on across the river, so Void Spirit knows that the Lash is coming. 4-minute rune in this rune.
Somnus also pushed off the lane. He has to go all the way back to base. And this is... And I thought Earthshaker, when he was going to come back up, he would TP over to mid to refill that bottle, but he doesn't go that direction, and that forces, at least from my eyes, Somnus to go back to base.
And that could have actually been an important thing if he... I think this is a small thing that they overlooked, you know. He could have just TP'd, refilled the bottle, and went to stack Ancients. There would have been enough time. And still end up at bottom. Just a small little detail. So Necro right now having the time of his life. It's just a very easy lane for him against a melee hero. Just like being the last pick, he's expected to win his lane. So right now, bounty runes. Bristol is going for the bottom bounty rune, but he doesn't really have a lot of HP and mana right now. Kind of wishes he has a bottle, but he's gonna ferry a Raindrop and Tangle.
In terms of experience, he's actually behind where the Clockwork is at, because Clockwork, who started this game not CSing well, now sits at 24-0. The Bristol only 18-2. So two of these lanes not really going well for LGD.
Mid lane, Catapult Wave, Leshrac is here, getting ready to set up for that kill with the Reaper.
Yeah,
so gonna be a very big kill if they can get the Somnus Void Spirit.
Fortune's End comes in, Aether Remnant placed down, that'll force the Necro to go out and around. He does have that Reaper Scythe. Doesn't use it just yet. Rolling Thunder coming in. Chalice has made the rotation, and they get the kill there onto the Necro, who's unable to use the Reaper Scythe. The Fissure comes out, and now they've got themselves a second. Chalice moves forward, potentially for a third, trying to get that triple kill. Afu, one more shot, ends up dead to Somnus, but he does end up trading his life for Ex Novus.
Amazing. That was an amazing Rolling Thunder. He got all the 3 heroes by that. Like that was so good. Number one, it was a very good rotation. He understood that he needed to stop this Necro from balling out of control. Number two, the execution on the roll, like inch perfect, landing on all 3 of them. That was so good, so good. I mean, this team is not just about FY. All the other players are just as good as him. Everyone can pull off something that can turn the tides of the game.
Helps Void Spirit now be at that level 6 mark. He's got double damage. This might be a moment where we see Somnus start to play aggressively, and as I say that, though, he goes in with the Astral Step, Split Earth, Reaper Scythe coming through, Purifying Flames to get the kill, and he's outplayed himself. And they were waiting mid for a while on Keen Gaming just to get that kill, thinking that he'd play aggressive like that. Now they send both these heroes bottom. Rocket Barrage out, and World 11 now taken out of the fight.
This Clockwork as well has been sitting at top alone. Look at his net worth, man. Look at all 3 cores on Radiant.
Rolling Thunder comes in, another opportunity here for Chalice. Shield Crash onto the low ground with the Astral Step coming in. They'll get the kill in a YDS. Now they look over for the Oracle. And Swashbuckle comes through, hook shot out, as well as the cogs onto 2 of these heroes with the battery assault. They've got the Aether Remnant down just in case the Clockwork wants to move forward with this. Omi Missile onto Somnus. Somnus doesn't have any levels in the Dissimulate. They finally get the kill there on the Afu, though. Disarm Erica. No Reaper Scythe to work with. Aether Remnant locks up this Gyrocopter. Somnus still trying to run away, and has an Astral Step to get across the river, and does. That little chunk of the river is enough for him to get some distance between himself and the Clockwork.
And that was like such a big outplay there by LGD. Not losing any of their heroes. And once again, Chalice just rotating again. He is actually doing the most important moves in this game so far, keeping LGD in contact. This Pango, if he's not moving, no one else can actually do what he's doing right now. And he has his roll. He's gonna TP to bot again. This is gonna be his 3rd roll of the game.
From the trees, immediately coming over and hits the Clockwork. Maybe looking over at the Necro. He'll bounce off, and there's the shield crash. But now within the cogs, they'll get the kill there. It's dominating for Chalice. Maybe could have gotten a bit more if the rolls hit elsewhere, but secures at least the Clockwork kill.
Oh, he's a fat Clockwork. So it was still a relatively big kill. Chalice leading the bots in terms of net worth so far. Not something you see very often on the Pango there, being on top of the net worth chart. So Outpost is going to be up next. Dire is going to try to steal the bottom one. And defend the top one at the same time. Shaker's going to try to fissure at the last moment to cancel the lash. Actually, can he make on time? Oh, he's too far away. He just wants to babysit this pistol back. They still have a very large, actually not large, just a double stack of ancients that they made on the Shaker. I thought they actually had a bigger stack.
Hook shot on the Somnus, but Cogs just push him away. He's A-okay.
Necropus going for a lot of ATOS. He feels like they lack disables. So there's a second catapult right now. Radiant wants to. I mean, this tower will be nice, but they want to go towards the Necroforce about. He has Reaper Scythe. The Pango is a very, very huge kill if they get it with the Reaper. Oh no, the Kotal's ditching. The Kotal's ditching. How are they going to start this? They need a hook shot in 8 seconds. Hook shot, cog back, Reaper Scythe with the Purifying Flames.
Might be able to pull it off. They need to be careful. Hook shot misses though.
That was a bit unlucky.
And now the Bristle's the one rotating. So far, so good for LGD.
Shaker and the Void Spirit are coming in.
And Aether Remnant, they've got the lockdown. They should be able to get the kill onto the Clockwork. Cogs, Battery Assault, but the Swashbuckle is there. Totem, one more shot with the Astral Step, and FY gets credit for the kill on to the Clockwork.
Oh, mid lane. Pango is coming as well with the roll. LGD is just playing so quick, reacting to everything they're doing.
Reaper Scythe doesn't get the kill there on the Somnus, and FY doesn't actually have the mana to throw down an Echo Stone, but it doesn't matter. They get the kill into the Necro. They bounce a little bit on Chalice coming over with the Rolling Thunder.
This Pango is everywhere. He's everywhere.
Now Void Spirit starting to hit a stride. Somnus jumps in with the Astral Step. LGD taking over the game. Battery Assault, though. Chalice. Being too far, he avoids the Split Earth, and Hookshot comes in, but there's the Aether Remnant. Can you even try to walk forward on this LGD team?
Maybe with the Chakra as well, all these short cooldown spells become so much value. A Swashbuckle, a Bristleback, even the Void Spirit spells are all low cooldown.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
LGD once again, they are able to withstand the difficult laning phase they had in the first game and in this game again. Just outplaying the enemy by making very, very good rotations. So far, so good from LGD. Pango is the MVP for the first 10 minutes of the game.
Somnus still on the run, has an Astral Step if needed.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top
Good
Pango
finish
is
for
here
Bristle.
in the mid lane. He's
Every
getting
roll-
ready to defend this tower.
Every role he's used so far has been very
Game-changing.
effective. Yeah. Exactly. Motivator's
Smoke.
finally
I'm gonna
finished.
smoke with it. Smoke the. Nope, not gonna smoke. But Koto has the Will-O-Wisp right now with the roll.
Look at the damage. Hookshot comes in, but the Rolling Thunder was already started by Chalice. YDS ends up dead. The shield crash coming through. The Fortune's End is there onto the Necro, but the Rolling Thunder is just too much. They've got themselves the Will-O-Wisp. They'll get the kill on Afu. Now they'll look for the rest with the call down used by Erica. Necro in trouble. Aether Remnant pulls him in. They've got the Spirit Vessel to get the kill. Now they look over. The Clockwork should be 4 for LGD. Swashbuckle over to the side. And there's no way for this Clockwork to get out. Double kill for Old 11 and a 4-for-0 trade for LGD.
I mean, just once again, the roll and the fissure, everything is just spot on. Wow. Okay. That's he's telling him not to feed anymore. I don't know if it's in a friendly way or in a
Radiant's middle tower is
sarcastic way. And the guy is not replying, so I think it might. I don't know. It sounds like if it's a friendly way, you would reply.
Dire's
You would say something back.
is under attack.
You'd think so.
Yeah, I would think so.
Dire's bottom tower is under
I think it's
attack.
because earlier they were trying to tip FY, so maybe he got angry about that.
Get a little revenge.
The Lash was like tipping the Earthshaker before this, and now he has nothing to say. Who's gonna have the last laugh?
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Try to
attack.
set up the potential hook shot, or maybe they don't even need it to get the kill there on the X Nova. Gonna lose this bottom tier 1, and now they're TPing over mid. A bunch of heroes coming in. Oracle in trouble. The call down's used, but Oracle dead. Afu ripped to shreds.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
LGD just keep coming in with pressure.
It fills me with nothingness.
Remember the games where I saw a couple of jars where one team had no carry and they're not really playing this kind of run at you, Dota? This is like a very good example. LGD doesn't really have a conventional carry, and they're always playing with the urgency. They're always running at you.
Hook shot. And X Nova will survive as you've got the help coming in from Somnus as well as FY. You know, they go to the Pangolier, they play this different kind of lineup, but they're still just continuing to, like, once they had the level 6 on Somnus, and obviously the first second he had 6 and then tried to Astral Step
Just look-
forward, he paid for it, but they've been playing aggressive.
Just look at the map, how fast they are moving from one place to another place. You know, like the way they are moving is very efficient. They clear the creep waves, they start moving, they run at you. There's no what we call garbage time or trash. They are not wasting any movement. They're always doing something with their movements. So right now the wave is here. The wave is here. So where is the next play? They want to kill. They want to invade here and get this tower. That would be nice, but Bristleback is very, very far away. He wants to finish his Lotus off. But I think the rest of the team should move though. They have a blink on FY. They should move together and let the Bristleback farm. Raiden is expecting them to move top. Oh, he builds a pipe instead. Okay, so the Bristol has a pipe completed. He wants to fight right now. So they have pipe on Bristol, Spirit Vessel on the Pangolier, Blink on Shaker, White Spirit has the Crystallis, and Kotal has a Force Staff completed very soon. And they are all fat, you know, it's not just the cores that are fat. Everybody's fat. This is a very nice kind of game to play as a support, you know. When the game is very fast paced and you get to farm a lot. You get the share of the pizza.
Hopefully it's just a pizza, not a pizza party. Is he gonna swap to the Pupil's Gift off these Vampire Fangs, or is it maybe Pupil's Gift going to somebody else on the Bristleback?
Who has the Pupil's Gift?
It's on Bristle now, but he's not using it.
I mean, you can swap in and out during the fights, depending on what you need. I mean, I don't think the Pupil's Gift have that much value on Bristleback because he's a strength hero. I always feel like that item is way better on agility heroes because you get strength.
Just hand it over to Chalice.
Yep, Chalice is an agility hero, so he gets strength. But here we go. He has a javelin now.
Erica's right there. There's the Rod of Atos. Hookshot comes in with the call down, but the Echo Slam coming in from FY. They get the kill on Erica. They look over the Necro. They've got the Reaper Scythe coming out onto the Earthshaker, but the False Promise through onto the Necro. Clockwork looking like he might drop. Rolling Thunder hits. Astral Step forward. They get the kill into the clock. They'll take out a fourth with Necro going down. Triple kill for Somnus, and LGD dominate the fight once again.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower.
I mean, there's no way the Gyro wants to fight without a BKB right now. Like, he's just getting controlled constantly. The roll is either the roll, the fissure, or like, even the Will or Whiz wasn't used in that fight. It was just not needed. Yeah, they already took over the fight with the Pangolier and the Shaker. It was like just a very good Echo Slam by FY. Too good.
LGD now up 6,000 net worth. Chalice leading the way. He's going into the MKB. Void Spirit going Deso after the Crystallis. Bit of a different build than what I'm used to seeing on Void Spirit. Sometimes, you know, you'll see like Spirit Vessel Yules, but here it's the Deso Crystallis.
Dire's middle tower.
I mean, it looks like an Ember Spirit item.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Spirits share their builds.
And they're lacking tower damage. So the Desolator is going to help them. And Bristol is their only tower damage right now.
Oh boy. Clockwork.
I mean, just
Did he
look,
hookshot
just
for
look
that?
at the
Yes, he did.
movement. Just look at the movement. He's going to clear this wave of creep. His TP is going to be ready soon in 2 seconds. Look at the Chalice Pango. And he's going to move to the other lane after he clears this wave. He's just going to hide, make sure he clears the wave. Actually, no, the Void Spirit is even coming for them to kill this Necro. And look at the three of them. They're smoking and they're coming in from behind.
I want to see if they can get this kill. They do have the Astral Step, as well as the Aether Remnant, but won't make the jump. Rotation over mid from the Coddle. IDS gets out of there. They've got 4 heroes over top. And now an
They
LGD team
notice-
coming behind them.
They notice the Lash is trying to steal the tower. LGD does not allow that to happen. So right now they need to fix this lane, and just run in here. They need to take. They want to take here. The Pango has his Demon Age very soon. It's one more creep camp. He can sell the All of Venom if he wants to, and get the Demon Age. This is a very huge power up for the Pango. Big power up. Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3.
What's the item that makes him go Super Saiyan 4?
Are scattered.
Dasher? Abyssal.
So just pressure being put on here by Old 11 as they kill YDS. Bottom. They have to run away from this Bristle. They can't really fight, it seems. They can't really do much of anything on the side of Keen Gaming. They're getting overwhelmed by this LGD side. And I think he's looking for an Astral Step. He just doesn't have one as it's on cooldown. However, he won't even need it.
Just they are just outpacing how King Gaming wants to play. Like they look very out of sorts right now. Not very sure what to do. Gyro has no BKB yet. Still waiting for that. Necrophos has not gotten a meaningful Reaper Scythe like for 20 minutes in the game. Okay, how many times has he got the Reaper off? Once or twice?
Radiant's
But not really
Once.
killing any important hero.
Once on Earthshaker, but that was about it.
has fallen.
And the reason why his momentum got stifled a lot was because the Pango that killed him here the first time when he rotated. That was a very important game to really. As if the Necro got the Reaper on the Void Spirit, he would have like a super start to the game, you know. And because he died there, it became like a mediocre game for the.
Rolling Thunder with the Fissure. Astral Step with the Aether Remnant. False Promise comes in, but look at this Rolling
Look at this
Thunder
Pango,
disrupting
man.
so much of the fight. They've got themselves the Will-O-Wisp. The Hookshot comes in, but you've also got to deal with the Will-O-Wisp pulling you in. So you're not doing much. Echo Slam comes in from FY. Not a whole bunch of damage, but the 4-man Fissure is going to really light this one up. Reaper Scythe out on the Chalice doesn't do enough damage. They get the kill on the FY. They look over as Necro is taking a lot of a beating. A buyback on the Oracle. Fortune's End throwing a couple of these heroes on the side of LGD, but they end up losing Afu again. It's a dieback for him. Erica goes down, doesn't have buyback. Look over at the Clockwork. They'll overwhelm him, take out a fourth and potentially a full team wipe here as Necro is on the run, disarmed, pulled back with the Aether Remnant and killed off.
That was like the most beautiful execution you can see in a team fight from the spell casting. It was so nice to watch. The Will-O-Wisp and the Void Spirit initially and the Pango. Then the Earthshaker coming in during the middle of the fight. That was just some amazing stuff, you know, from LG. You don't get to see this kind of Dota every day. It's just very nice to watch.
It's been probably the cleanest Dota we've watched all night.
All season, I think this is one of the best games you see a team play. Like the execution wise.
X-Nova, 4-staff, Fissure hits, so X-Nova survives. And now they're rotating
it's
from
a
behind.
Yeah, it's just everything is so quick, you know, like the way they're moving. It's
Look at that, how quickly they're able to just take out the Lestrak. You need to be careful to dissimulate away. They've got the Lotus Orb out onto the Bristleback, so that keeps the Void Spirit alive. And they're looking to throw a Fissure, but everybody's sitting a little bit too far back on the side of Keen Gaming. They'll have Chalice back soon enough, though.
alright. This is a all or nothing smoke. There are only 4 heroes, but they are trying to pick off the Pango. They know they are not together. Atos, they need to start with Atos.
Fortune's End, Rod of Atos, looking for the Rolling Thunder, but there's the Astral Step looking over at the Oracle to get the kill, so they don't have the False Promise, but they get the kill on the Chalice. Do end up losing their Oracle, but they get the kill there onto the Pangolier, which is big, but the Astral Step forward as well as the Aether Remnant and the Resonant Pulse onto the Clockwork. I mean, there is just no stopping this Void Spirit now. Overwhelming this Keen Gaming side.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
At least it was a nice move there. Nice. I like the idea of King Gaming.
Is under attack.
Just seizing the opportunity when the Dire team is not together. Right now they are together, so it's very hard for them to engage.
Tower is under attack.
They have to try to backstab and kill the supports first. The supports are very crucial, especially the Shaker. The Clockwork has to get him in the hookshot. He's been doing way too much in the fights. Way too much.
Aether Remnant. And the Fissure, False Promise just in time. But now we take a look as the Rod of Atos is out onto the Bristleback, but they get the kill on Afu. The hookshot to follow it up. Reaper Scythe is there. Slam it down on Old 11. He's dead for 100 seconds without buyback.
Facebook time.
Wow. A long time to be dead, indeed. And
Yep. A good turn of events for Raiden. So that's gonna give them a couple more minutes to farm. Gyro is going into Aghanim's. That's gonna allow him to scale much better. Dashrak is trying to get towards a BKB that's gonna be quite useful in the fight. So they are approaching very, very important items, and the Necro is trying to get to Radiance. I'm actually not too big of a fan of the Radiance. I kind of feel like he needs to just get items to fight. And Chalice doesn't care, rolls in. We've seen this picture before.
so they've got the Yules, Aether Remnant, locking down the Leshrac to get the kill on a YDS. And they look over at the Necro, swashbuckle forward, but there's the Fortunes and the Fissure, nicely placed by FY. That'll block Necro from getting up those stairs for a moment, and you gotta expect that the Echo Slam is gonna come in just a second with Erica and Yi standing next to each other. So there it is, it comes on in, Erica ends up dead, they'll get the kill there, they look over at the Oracle, a couple of shots coming through from Somnus. He's taking a lot of damage from this Clockwork, but not enough damage. The Fissure hits onto the Necro, they look over for the Clockwork, they've got him with the Aether Remnant, 4 heroes gone on the side of King Gaming, as Bristleback was dead throughout it all.
4v5, yeah?
Still winning the fights.
Radiant's middle
I
tower
mean, just the Pango and the Void Spirit are just doing so much in the game. I mean, I didn't realize Pango can be played in a way where, even as a carry, when he rotates so much, it still feels like he's doing so much in the fights. Even though he went for all these like utility items, the Vessel, the Blades.
tower is under attack.
I mean, he gave me a new perspective of looking at this hero.
Tower has fallen.
Even in the one position, it's doing quite a bit. They've got the Will-O-Wisp down, Necro very dead. Astro step forward, tick of the Oracle, get themselves a second, look on the high ground, and potentially finish this game.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, they've been handed a beating, you know. Lesson. Today is lesson time for King Gaming. LGD giving them a whooping.
Hook shot comes through, but they've got the Yules on Old 11. Now they look over to get the kill on Erica. They'll take him out. He's got buyback, 64 seconds on the sideline. Somnus loses that Aegis, but they get the kill on the YDS. They'll also take out the Clockwork. Neither the Leshrac or the Clockwork have buyback. They've bought back on the Necrophos as well as the Gyrocopter. The Spirit Vessel's out onto the Necro, so now they're going to follow this up with Old 11 continuing in, blowing him up with an Astral Step and a Swashbuckle in. And they'll call GG. And with the first 2-0 of the night, LGD takes it over King Gaming.
I mean, that's amazing. This game is such an outclass. The last game was really tight because LGD lost the laning phase so much. But this game as well started similar, but LGD didn't lose the laning phase as badly as the last. But it's just like the sign of a much better team, no? How they're using the rotations. That's why I always tell you about the rotations when we're watching the games. Who is making really good moves at any point of the game, and who's making bad moves, and who should be making moves. You know, like this game exhibits that. Like when you make the correct rotations, despite being down from the laning phase, like at least it was like 6-4 the laning phase going in King Gaming's way, but they were able to use like rotations to break hero timings. They were able to use them to defend their towers. And Bristleback had a tough laning phase, but the other two cores, the Pango and the Void Spirit, gave him the time to recover and become a very, very strong Bristleback in the game. I mean, otherwise he would be lagging behind the whole game. It's just very, very nice to watch the game.
It's almost night and day when you see something like Setsu lacking to rotate, but then you see Chalice rotating everywhere, or Somnus even rotating everywhere. It's like LGD has a better understanding.
It's not even like just rotating. They are rotating with a purpose. They are doing the correct rotations. You can make rotations, but whether it's correct and it's the right time is another story. You know, you have to catch it in the right time. Because if you are a core and you rotate wrongly, you spoil your own game. It ruins your own game.
Yeah, and LGD just have a complete understanding right now, and you can see that they're really on their mark ever since the change from Ame with Chalice taking the one position over. They've got Old 11 here, and I mean, things have looked good for LGD. They take the 2-0, and they cap off the night with a very good showing in those 2 games. So that's it for us tonight, as all 3 best of 3s are now over. So CDA is back tomorrow, and I think it's only 2 best of 3s tomorrow. I'm not sure who's on casting for those best of 3s. I'm not sure if it's me or somebody else, or us or somebody else, but we'll see. And thank you guys so much for joining us. LGD take it 2-0. It was 2-1 the rest of the series. 2-1 RNG and 2-1 Aster. So those are the results for tonight. Have a good night, morning, or afternoon, wherever you're at. And we'll see you guys later.